Valerie Janice Imachepie. I'm the outreach technician for Waxahachie TP Library, and today we're going to cover copyright. What is copyright? Copyright is protection for the creators of materials such as songs, movies, papers, photographs, books, and artwork. It is always good to check who the creator is and if the material is copyrighted. Copyright notice. This familiar symbol of a C with a circle around it indicates copyright, but it need not be present to protect a work. How the library handles copyright. There is visible signage throughout the library, at all the computers, posted by the printer, and on our LibGuides webpage. We can make copies for students and community, only for individual research. The users may be liable for copyright infringement if they use the copy beyond original permissions. Library staff can refuse to make copies if we feel it will violate copyright law. This institute reserves the right to refuse to accept a copying order if, in its judgment, fulfillment of the order would involve violation of copyright law. You may need permission when you're sharing course packets, course posts, internet posts, interlibrary loans, research, websites, and emails that contain copyrighted material. Copyrighted protected work. This can either be print, electronic, online, or any other format. Materials are protected for 70 years after the creator's death, 95 years after publishing, 120 years from creation, whichever is shorter. Work not copyrighted protected. Ideals. When you're sharing ideals and somebody takes it, it actually is not copyrighted. Also not copyrighted are facts and data. Logos are not copyrighted, but they may be protected by trademark law. Taglines are also not copyright protected, but they may be protected by trademark law. Anything created by the U.S. government and works that copyright has expired. Citations, referencing a source you used in your research. The amount of material that you use for citations should be less than 10% of the created work. Direct quote, you use quotation marks, author's last name, and the year of publication in text, and then reference the source information added to the reference page. Paraphrasing, this is rewording something written or stated by someone else. You still need to cite the source. Plagiarism is when you use someone else's words or ideals and pass them off as your own. There are 4 types of plagiarism. Direct plagiarism is copy and paste without citation. Mosaic plagiarism is a patchwork. It is pulling a lot of different sources and copying and pasting to create a new paper without citation, using other people's work as your own. Self-plagiarism is plagiarizing your previous work, using parts from previous papers or created work without citation. It is no longer considered an original piece. Global plagiarism. You're using someone else's paper as your own, pretending it is yours. Grammarly is available through Waxahachie TP Library. You need your OLC email. This helps with sentence structure, but it also helps with citations and preventing plagiarism. Fair use. Fair use is the right under certain conditions to duplicate, distribute, or perform portions of copyrighted material without first obtaining permission. The question, does fair use give students the right to share content without permission and paying royalties to copyright holders? The answer, even if it's for educational use, no particular use qualifies as fair use. You must first weigh all 4 factors to determine if it qualifies for fair use. The 4 factors to consider are: first, the purpose and character of the use, commercial versus educational. Note, not all uses in an academic context automatically qualify for fair use, and if it is for financial or business gain, it doesn't qualify. 2, the nature of copyrighted work, factual versus creative work. Factual is more likely to qualify for fair use. 3. The amount and heart of work taken. The greater the amount copied, the less likely it qualifies. And even if it is a small portion, if it is the heart of the work, it may not qualify either. 4. The effect of the use on the potential market. Your use might result in financial loss of the copyright holder. If it does, it doesn't qualify for fair use. Scenarios for fair use. Ask yourself, does this qualify for fair use? 1. A student uses photos for a class project. Yes, this qualifies as fair use, as long as the sources are cited. It is also better to use Creative Commons images to alleviate any issues. 2. A student creates a handout for a presentation to give to his class that has articles and uncited images. No, this does not qualify for fair use. They would need permission for use of copyrighted materials. 3. A student has a public web page that he posts his class notes on. He wants to scan an article and add it to his page. No, this does not qualify as fair use because it is accessible to the public. They can share a link to the source as an alternative. 4. A student needs a textbook for a class that he doesn't have. He makes a copy of the book. No, this does not qualify for fair use. It meets the educational factor, however, it financially affects the copyright holder. 5. A student wants to make a copy of an article for her files to use later. Yes, this qualifies for fair use because it is for their personal files. 6. A library has a book that is out of print and unavailable. The student needs the book for research and they want a copy of the book for their own files. Yes, this qualifies for fair use because it is for personal use. And when you look at the 4 factors, 1, it is for educational use. 2, it is for research. 3, the book is out of print and no longer available. And 4, no impact on the market can happen since it is no longer available. Copyright matters. First, it's the law. Second, it's ethical. Values. Respect and honor are Lakota values, and following this law reflects those. There are available resources, and if you have any questions, there are additional resource links on the Waxahachie TP website under the Copyright tab, and librarians are here to help. Thank you.